seem to have a lot of tapes here.
Hello. I've featured this format before. It's a professional format called DVCPRO, and someone's kindly sent me some tapes that he didn't want to waste, so I'm going to try and find a home for. So I left my helper here, Scott, unpacking tapes. Oh, what do you have here?
There are 3 boxes.
Oh, there's 3 boxes of these DVCPRO tapes. And how many tapes are in the boxes, Scott?
100.
So I have 100 DVCPRO tapes to find a home for.
Actually, you have 300. There's 100 per box.
Oh my word. Now that is a lot of DVCPRO tapes. So what am I going to do with all these? Let's see what we can do with them. The DVCPRO format is probably unique in that machines can accept up to 4 different tape sizes. So this is the smaller of the 2 most common sizes you'd see of DVCPRO. It's actually called medium size. And it's almost exactly the same size as a Video 8 tape, and I'm sure that they get muddled up with Video 8 tapes sometimes. Then the next one up is large size, and this is what nearly all of my donated tapes are. And this tape size is exactly the same as large DVCAM or large DV tapes. And it is interchangeable to some extent. You can put both tapes in a machine, and some machines can play back both formats as well. There's the extra large tape, and I don't have an example to hand, but I've got a photo of one here, and I have a machine that will accept it. Then finally, most machines will also accept miniDV size tapes. So you can put a tape in this adapter, which feels a little bit like a sort of VHS-C adapter thing. And now that is the same as medium-sized tape here, and you can put that into the machine. However, it is my understanding, having read a few of the manuals, this is playback only, and that it won't allow you to record on here, although there is a record save thing, so maybe you can. I've never tried it. It wouldn't give you very much running time, that's for sure. Now what I was thinking of doing with these tapes is wiping them all by just maybe recording Colourbars on them using a DVCPRO machine, but that's going to involve quite a lot of hours on the machine. So I was considering using this AJD230. This has appeared in one of my channel videos before. It's got a small handling fault. You have to push down the one side of large cassettes because there's some damage to the cassette carriage. So in a way I don't care if I put some hours on this. So I think I'll set this up. First check it can play the tapes, then feed Colourbars into it and record the Colourbars on here. I'll start by just seeing if I can load a tape successfully. Push down, it says on my label. It's not working because that says remote. There we are. I just need to flick that into local, and our machine seems to be working fine. So I'll stop that, rewind it, and feed a Colourbars into here from my time-based corrector. My time-based corrector is connected via S-Video to the video recorder's input, so that gives us a nice clean signal there. Now it's only connected via composite video to the monitor, so the quality displayed on that isn't brilliant. Also, the time-based corrector does not output any audio, unfortunately, only the video. Now I need to move this to the record enable position. Right, and as it says, give it a push down on the right hand side because of this cassette carriage problem. Maybe I can get hold of a scrap machine with a good carriage one day to fix that. Make sure the tape's rewound all the way. And now I should be able to record that. And I'll just confirm that I can play that back. Good. You know, as we're here, why don't we do that experiment to see if we can record on a miniDV tape with this carriage adapter. DV it says there. It won't allow me to record. It says record inhibit, even though the tape is not in record inhibit. So it does indeed detect that it cannot be recorded on when it's in the adapter. Yes, it can play miniDV. So these adapters are fairly rare. I gather there was 2 models and I don't know why, but it's a fairly pointless thing because all it allows you to do is play miniDV tapes. Why would you want to use such an expensive piece of equipment to do just that? Okay, I've put one of the large DVCPRO tapes in here, and I'm just going to run it with the Colourbars on. So it's going to last a long time. These tapes are some of them 2 hours long. Is it really worth it? Now I'm getting an E62 error. I think I'll take the lid off the machine and have a look inside. Let's see if it works if I hold my finger down on the tape. Yes, that's fine. So it's a mechanical problem with this carriage. It's still causing me trouble. I need to find a way to apply a bit more downward pressure. Yes, I think I just need to give it a bit of a nudge on the cassette carriage. Okay, we're ready, I believe, to start erasing these tapes. I know I've got better machines I could use for this, but I don't want to use a nice machine for this job. You'll have seen before that I have a degaussing machine which can bulk erase tapes, but it doesn't work with metal formula tapes like Video 8 and miniDV and therefore DVCPRO. So it's unsuitable for this job, unfortunately. This is a tape head degausser, and it's used for demagnetizing typically audio heads, and I've used this on the Ferrograph tape recorder and others, and it works really well. And when you put it close to something metal, you can actually feel a sort of hum in this thing, so it's definitely working. But unfortunately, when I tried erasing these DVCPRO tapes with this, it worked no better than the other degausser I've got. It just doesn't give a strong enough magnetic field to erase metal particle tapes. Right, that's the first tape erased. 1 down, 299 to go. Well, you might say, what possible use can these tapes be? DVCPRO is a failed format. It's pretty rare. Well, they're a little bit more useful than you might think, because they're not just physically the same size as DVCAM or large DV tapes, they're largely interchangeable. A few DVCAM machines can play back DVCPRO, but that's not really what we're aiming for here. What's more useful is that you can record onto these tapes with most DVCAM machines and domestic DV. And on a domestic DV machine that runs at a lower speed, you could probably record for I don't know how long. I'm guessing 3 hours or longer on one of these tapes. So it could still be useful for archiving. Now, I'm of course sensible. I know they're not worth a great deal, but if I could sell those for, I don't know, £1.50 each or something like that to cover the postage costs they cost to get to me and also the time and work in blanking them, that would be fine. So if anybody would like some of those, please let me know. The other thing I have to sell, by the way, again, not huge money, I have some 10.5-inch audio spools, various different ones, different brands and what have you. The tape that's on them is just gash, but the spools themselves are useful, for example, when I'm running tapes on my Ferrograph machine. So if you have a large format audio recorder and would like some of those spools, let me know and I can let you have 1 or 2 of those. I've got about a dozen or so, I think. So please remember to like, share and especially subscribe, and I'll do a lot more content on audio and video technology in the near future. Bye for now.